Don't make them wait that long.
Dude, we're live.
Oh!
We're live.
Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to the All Over Overland show. My name is Michael. This is Lee.
And there was no intro.
Down here in the corner.
Yeah, I'm in the corner. Yeah. Michael, I had this new layout set up, and Michael's like, but I want to be on top. And I was like, that sounds weird. So he's on top. So now he's on top.
That's actually some terminology I didn't know actually existed. Was are you a top or bottom?
Oh, well,
I didn't know that. I've been watching Shameless, and they talk about it. Anyway,
so
we got something big happening.
No guest tonight. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Week and a half, right?
Yep.
Week and a half. We've got the More Expo. So Lee and I are going to talk a little bit about kind of our preparation for that and lack thereof. About what we plan to possibly do.
Special shout out to our sponsor tonight, Midland USA.
At the More Expo.
They will be there. Chad from Overland Addict, Rugged Bound, and the Overland Essentials guys.
Yep.
We do appreciate all of you. We did a little.
They're all going to be there.
Yeah. We just kind of went out of order today and we thought we'd change it
flavor.
Flav. I need me a clock, big gold clock. Flavor Flav.
Hey, so we got to get to some things. Are you ready? I guess let's tell people kind of what we're doing. So Lee and I are going to hook up.
Yes,
Saturday.
I'm ready.
If you do that when we're camping, I'm going to be upset. So we're going to hook up Saturday, and then we're going to head to the More Expo.
The long way
direction.
Long way.
We're going to take basically a week to get there from Oklahoma. So that's about a 5-hour drive if you go on the highway. But we're going to try to do the long way. I think we're going to see if we can stop by Chad's because he has a place there near the expo. So we're going to hopefully be able to stop by there on Tuesday, maybe is what we're thinking, but we haven't talked to him.
I've talked to him.
You talked to me about it? Okay. Yeah. We're also planning, if everything goes smoothly, if everything lines up correctly, which if you know anything, we're probably not doing this because nothing lines up correctly. And we haven't been camping together in a while. So it's probably going to be a total shit show. And there's more to that here coming up. But the S'more to More.
Yeah,
we're gonna run it before anybody else does.
Yeah, we're gonna run it, and I think we got everything set to where at every, I guess, checkpoint. Is that how they do it on the S'more to More? Anyway,
I've never done it.
Anyways,
this will be my first time to go.
That's at every point where you have to make a turn and you have to recognize something. I think Michael and I are gonna jump out and do a quick skit video or something like that. There's supposed to be some really funnies. We're not going to
on how many damn things you're talking about there are, because
okay, maybe not, but
come on now. But nobody wants to see 27 or 30 or 100.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're probably right. So okay, well, we're gonna shoot as many as we can, but we're not gonna post them prior because we don't want to give things away, obviously. But yeah, I think we're gonna have a good time. Then we'll end up at Chad's. Hopefully Tuesday afternoon, and that Chad's, if all goes well,
get drunk.
We're going to get drunk, and we're going to do a show. It'll be a real short one. Oh, we're going to get drunk and high?
Pie.
Oh, pie. I was like, damn, this is news to me. I hadn't heard that before. Oh, yeah, pecan pie. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. I'm confused. I mean, I get the alcohol thing. We have that problem, but I didn't know there was another one.
That's funny.
But pie.
So cool. So we're gonna spend time at Chad's, hopefully Tuesday afternoon into the evening. I mean, we've camped there before.
Then Wednesday we're setting up.
Yeah, Wednesday we'll be at the expo, getting our booth and everything set up. And then, I mean, I guess we can camp there Wednesday night.
We'll see why not.
I mean,
and for the record,
I'm easier to ask forgiveness
and permission. Yeah. And also for the record, I am severely going back into the old school camping.
Oh my gosh. So we talked about this a little bit.
Shit. I'm not sure.
You're like basically you've spent so many years perfecting, of course, in the Colorado, you had it perfected. For what, without having the shelves and stuff, you had everything where it was supposed to go.
Yeah,
Like
for the most part.
You knew where it was supposed to go.
Yeah.
And because of that, you didn't miss stuff. Or
Nope.
if you did, it's not as much.
Not
Well,
gonna be
now
that way.
you're gonna miss half your camping gear because you're packing completely differently because you won't have the alley cab.
I won't. You're absolutely right.
The Nissan yet.
I'm gonna have Michael's Gazelle tent and a cot. So I'm gonna old school it for a week and a half, which
you're not old schooling it with a tent that takes 45 seconds to set up. That's not
Look,
where I'd go old school.
Stop trying to take
the Gazelle tent is unbelievable.
Stop trying to take the fucking moment away from me, please. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm really trying to get some.
My bad.
I need some empathy here.
Let's get okay. Sad talk with Lee. Let's continue sad talk with Lee.
Shut up. I hate you. Anyway, hey, there's all Michael's social medias down there.
Right down there. I like that button.
Facebook, Instagram, and the almighty satanistic TikTok.
Hey, and don't forget Patreon. If you like what I'm doing and all the different things, it helps out. I've got 3 people that are Patreon members right now, which I'm excited about and love them dearly. They're probably listening right now or will be soon.
So for those of you listening or watching, let us know if you're going to leave early. Do you have like a convoy or group? Because I've seen a few posts from
leave early to head up there.
Yeah, but I've seen some posts from some of the groups up north, up in Cindy Pope's neck of the woods that are all talking about, coming together. And I remember a few years ago, 3 years ago, was that when it was so cold 3 years ago? This year, not last year before.
It was really the first day or two last year.
I pulled up and there was like 7 Chevy Colorados that all came together and they were all lined up. And I was like, this is going to be a good show.
Yeah, I remember that. So
yeah, there's a lot of people.
For the most part now, there's groups of people that'll go up there. I mean, people will want to. That's why Chris said something about, especially if you want to camp, then you need to. He had a video come out recently. Hey, there he is. If you had, what was I saying? Oh, if you had a group that was coming, you needed to come together when you set up camp, because they're not looking to let people save a bunch of spots. They're going to pack it from the back to the front,
work their way forward.
If you have a special requirement, disability or whatever, I think there's a law or something that Chris has to follow, and he stated it in the video. But you just let them know at the gate and they will make sure that you get a parking spot as close as possible, but they're not close. Like all the if you needed a close camping spot, they're not close. So they're going to have a 4 or 6 seat golf cart that's going to make rounds to pick people up and bring them, shuttle them from camping to the expo and back and forth. Because you can go and you can tell them, hey, look, 30 minutes, come get me.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. They got new showers and bathhouses, I guess, is from what I understand.
Are you going to shower? We've never showered when we've gone to these, and we've had hotels.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Yeah, that's a little bit of fart.
Man, like my 21-year-old son says, after being outside working in the military in his uniform and stuff, he goes, I got to come home and shower the nut cheese off. Apparently you sweat really bad in those uniforms. And it's like that when we overland, guys and ladies. It's just, we got to shower. So I try to shower every day. Sometimes
things happen.
Sometimes it happens to be with one of those shower pouch things, but still got to clean up a little bit. I mean, damn. Anyway, Michael Gonzalez, Crystal's
I was looking to see if I could find something on here, but let me look in here.
You're going to be in Storyteller.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to go. Okay. Remind me to talk about what I saw in the parking lot today. I'll be in Storyteller Row. You would have been there, but you only have a Nissan. Like,
It's bare bones.
Nothing done to it.
I'm waiting though.
It's just all factory.
I can tell you guys some of the stuff that's going to happen to it, but I can't tell you all of it because some of it's first ever.
First ever, yeah.
But there's going to be some method wheels coming for it, some CBI stealth bumper, some skids, and some other stuff. And then, what else do I want to indulge? Yeah, of course, it's going to have the IE cab. But so I'm not going to be on Storyteller Road. Michael and I had planned originally, we were going to try to set up kind of like somewhere close together, get our awnings out so that we could, and we'd do some shows out there, but not going to happen now. I never had nut cheese before. Do you eat it with crackers? That's a new one. I don't know, man. That was from a 21-year-old kid in the military. So I don't know. I'm out.
That's
but you're going to be there. And so you're going to be sharing, showing your rig and what you have.
I'll be parked up there.
We'll be doing some live shows.
I'll have the awning out. I'll have the tent up. It's just run what you brung. And that's what I brung.
I got the chairs out. Michael instructed me. Y'all listen to this.
See, this is a great idea.
Michael says, make sure you bring 2 chairs. And at first I was like, well, okay.
He brings 2 chairs.
And Michael brings 2 chairs.
And I'll bring 2 chairs.
But my initial thought was, you got a fucking chair. What do you need me to bring a damn chair for? It's bad enough. I'm probably going to have to cook for the next week and a half for this guy.
Time out for a second. We should probably preface that you're going to be camping with camping people.
True. And you're going to be up at Storyteller.
And I'm going to be up at Storyteller. And not that it's, I'm not making light of it, other than you're going to be pretty far away.
In other words, he thinks that we're peasants.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's what he thinks. But
that is not. That is not what I'm saying.
That's what
I'm not saying you're going to the common people. I'm not saying that you're going with the non-famous people. I'm not saying that at all. That's not what I'm saying.
I think the word peasants came out of your mouth.
An effort that you're down the hill and I'm up high on the hill, but you're down in the hill.
So I'm on the lower picture of the screen. You're on the upper picture. See, the whole thing is there's a theme going on here. Prick.
So it's important that we both bring 2 chairs each.
That's right. So we can. No, it was a great idea because then. I got 2 chairs.
What?
I said it was a great idea. He even said that the other day, that Michael's suggestion was he brings 2 chairs, I bring 2 chairs. Leave 2 at his camp up on the hill. I have 2 down there. That way, if we're back and forth between camps, there's always a chair. You don't have to carry one.
Which we plan on being.
Which it was a great idea.
Thank you.
I mean, even a blind squirrel gets a nut once in a while, damn it.
Now, here's what I am going to say. Depending on what fucking chairs you bring, you may have to bring one of yours up to my camp, and I'll bring one of mine down to your camp.
I'm bringing my 23-0 chairs.
Okay, then we're fine.
Yeah.
We should be good.
Yeah, I think we'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. I think, and has anybody else, well, I mean, first of all, I want to know if y'all are going to if people are going to caravan, if anybody's going to be over in Arkansas camping on the way up.
Let us know.
Let us know.
We might bump into each other.
Yeah. So,
we don't know where we're going to camp.
Yeah.
We have no clue.
So does Michael just want his throne to look down on you? Yeah, pretty much. I think that's what it is.
That is exactly what it is. Thank you for recognizing that, but it's not what I was saying.
So listen. All right, we're going to switch gears for a second. Okay. Michael has some big, now don't interrupt me, damn it. But Michael has some big news and some big changes are coming in his life. He's coming out of Oklahoma and going somewhere else. See, when I said coming out, that son of a bitch, I looked at his eyes and you could tell he thought I was going to make some kind of off the cuff mark about something. Yeah. And I'm not, but he's coming out of Oklahoma and he's going somewhere north. And it is
very far north.
It is a done deal. Right?
It's happening. I mean, tickets have been purchased. dates have been made. I had yeah, that was the dates, man. When you get a date, everything's a little more real,
It is. It's surreal.
you know. And so, in fact, yesterday or this weekend, we decided on a date. And then yesterday, we were on the phone with each other quite a lot through the day, so we could find out arrangements for dogs and for the vehicles and how we're going to do that and all that kind of stuff. So we'd already been talking about. We really spent the day like, okay, we got dates. So we get to call people now and tell them dates so that we have a better idea of the price and availability and all that stuff.
Tell everybody where you're moving.
I was getting to that.
Oh,
I was. But yeah, it's so weird to say I'm moving to Alaska.
that is just crazy.
Dude, it's one of those things like
Oh,
if
man.
somebody else had said it like that we watch, I'd be like, that motherfucker.
Yeah.
That guy always gets the brain. I get it, but I'm freaking out.
I'm telling you, when you get the date set, then the panic kind of starts because now you're like, okay, this is real. And I have to, there's certain things that just have to get done. Like we talked today earlier, and Michael's got to get the dogs to the vet so they can get make sure they're updated for travel. And he's got to get tires for his truck. And he's got like all these things that he's got to get done just to prepare to make that trek north. And I mean, I'm happy at the same time. I'm a little sad, but at the same time, I'm also like, that motherfucker, he's getting to go to Alaska before I do.
And what's really cool about doing it now rather than 10 years ago, not that it wouldn't have been cool, but this kind of thing, having FaceTime, like if this was 10-year-old technology, 10, 15-year-old technology, it'd be a lot harder decision to make. But I've got a daughter that's going to be here, and she's going to be able to go up with us, for a lot of the summer and spring
she's
break.
Excited.
And yeah, she's super excited.
I mean, that's half the battle when you have kids is having them on board.
She was from
genuinely.
the get-go. She wants me to go because she wants to come up there, and what an amazing, I struggled with it in the beginning because I was like, I can't, leave on my little girl. And, and of course, movie stars, rock stars, and all them kind of people do it all the time. And maybe those kids get messed up. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But it's a different thing. This is a totally different thing. And she'll be able to come see me, and we'll be able to visit on FaceTime and, and talk on the phone because it's a lot easier than it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. So the technology's at where it is that I feel pretty comfortable with being able to go and still be involved and talk to her quite a bit, and hopefully find a job pretty quick that makes some money so that I can start planning on trips when she's coming up and trips when I'm going down, and just outside of even our normal stuff. If that works out. So if I come down for an expo, then maybe I'm like, okay, well, if I'm already going to come down, then I might as well hop over to Oklahoma for a couple days before I come home.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, and then we plan on coming back for Christmas every year, as long as we can make that work and we got, the flights weren't terrible. We're shipping the vehicle. I had thought I was going to drive even today or yesterday. We were kind of like, gonna have to figure. Yes. Yeah, we've already talked about that. They have camps at that place. I think it's at that place, and maybe there's another one in Homer.
Hey, for those listening on the podcast part of it, read it off.
Oh, yeah. So Stormcrow Overland said you have to take your daughter to the Alaska Sea Life Center in Seward.
I like that. That sounds cool.
Yes. Yeah, she will be all over that. So it's gonna be, don't get me wrong, I mean, that's still the part that kind of is gonna be the sad, they'll be sad when I leave, and that'll be the sad part, and then it'll be super excited whenever she's up there. Hopefully we'll get her up there in July is what we're looking at. So June 8th is when we get on the plane to get out of here.
Isn't that, I mean, that's just crazy. So again, I'm super excited for you. Somewhat envious of you, and sad that you're going to be gone, but I'm happy that you're going to be somewhere. Look, at least you're not moving to, you know,
Oklahoma.
you know,
You can't think of anything worse.
I was gonna say
What a jerk.
I was gonna say the panhandle of Oklahoma because but or like West Texas
That's
or
even
something.
closer to Colorado and New
But at least,
Mexico.
right? But I mean, listen, I'll be the first.
Because from Oklahoma, you got to drive through there to get there.
I'll be the first to admit I hate Oklahoma. I've been
Here's
here.
the deal. I love this state. I love the people. I've lived here all of my life until June 8th of this year. That's going to be so weird. And I will come back as often as possible. But when it comes to outdoor grandeur,
we have it. You just have to really get out and find it.
At least I'm not moving somewhere cold.
Yeah, I mean, think of if you're moving like to, Minot, North Dakota, or wherever that is, up there, and those sub-zero temperatures for months on end. That would be pretty harsh.
I mean, dude, don't get me wrong. The winters are going to be a struggle.
Donald says he can help us find stuff around here. And there you go. I mean, Oklahoma has.
Don't get me wrong. There's stuff here.
It's just
I'm not talking about stuff. I'm talking about grandeur. I'm talking about you walk outside and you feel like you've seen something that you shouldn't see. Like it's that pretty.
Right. Like you wake up and there's Mount Rainier off in the distance, or there's Mount Hood, or
hey, the exit glacier is right there.
Right. Exactly.
Like things like that. You don't like, I am not saying there's not places to go in Oklahoma. Lord knows I have tried a lot of different things to find them, and the WMAs are a great way if you want to try an overland in Oklahoma to get it done.
Well, Donald,
I recommend exploring those and
yeah, I think that's going to be on my list. But Donald, you may have missed it if you just came on, but Michael is moving to Alaska, and he's not going to live in a cabin.
Nope.
On the Kenai Peninsula, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to walk out and go, oh, fuck, look at the mountains over there, and look at
moose walking in your backyard.
Moose,
just crazy. Eating salmon, fresh damn salmon and halibut, and just.
I gotta tell you though, when you get up there, if you get a chance to have moose,
it's on my list. Yeah,
God, it's good.
It's on my list. Don't get me wrong. I will be saying that that's something that I kind of. Hey, look, I'm from Oklahoma. I haven't had moose. Like, help a brother out.
But so this is exciting times for Michael, and I think the future for the show is going to be okay. It's just going to be one of those learning curves. We're gonna have to let Michael have some time to settle in. So you guys may not.
Dude, I think it's going to be amazing because
I do
think about this. Think about this. Think about all the people that travel through Alaska.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And travel through the area that I'm going to live.
Yeah.
So it may work out every once in a while that somebody comes to say hi.
Hopefully.
And we end up having somebody's on the show from Alaska.
I need you to build a studio.
Yep.
But I mean, in the
something out. But yeah, I mean that that's a possibility.
The transition is what I'm referring to. It's going to take a little time. So you guys are going to see some changes temporarily because Michael's going to be, en route, and he's got to get moved in and got to get settled, and you got to get the internet. And I mean, he's got a lot of stuff to do. So we may not see Michael.
Dude, if I have internet, we'll have internet when we move in. And as long as I have internet,
we're on.
We're on.
Okay. But I mean, there's still got to be some.
Even if there's moving boxes behind me.
Who cares? Put one of those cool lights up against it,
Dude, I may be on the back porch. If I can get the internet, or if I can get if it was a cable, then I could get a long cable and go sit outside.
I think you should do that.
Yeah, I think that's what I should do.
That, or you can use green screen.
I don't want to use green screen. The point is to be there.
No, I mean we can put you a camera outside showing it, and then the green screen.
Well, I mean, yeah, I understand. If it was
anyway, it's going to be fun for Michael, and I'm super excited for him. So, what's our next topic? It's 8:30.
Is it already 8:30?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, have you? We didn't really get into if you packed everything you needed yet.
Oh yeah. That's
How
right.
close are you? How close are you to having things ready to either they're in the truck or they're going to be in the truck? You have them in a special place.
So we're leaving.
You have them at least in a special place.
Okay, so as it stands right now, I have one thing in the truck, and that's a recovery gear bag. But it's been in the truck since I brought it home, pretty much. But I have managed to scale down from
because you have to.
I have to down from what 7 step 22 bags down to 2 or 3.
Because think about it this way: he's used to being able to use the entire bed of his truck.
Yeah, now.
And now he doesn't even have a cover over it. Because why? Whenever you're waiting to get the piece in for the alley cab, that's
nobody's fault, but it's just,
it's all manufacturing.
It's all about timing, and South Africa ain't around the corner.
Nope.
So I really have tomorrow I'm going to set up our booth inside and do a dry run of it because I got completely new gear that I've invested thousands into now. And Michael and I are going to experiment with this on the road too a little bit to see if we can't. Damn, you hear that dog?
Yes.
Fucking yappy ass dog. Anyway, so yeah, tomorrow, I think by Thursday morning, I'll be Thursday at mid-afternoon. I'll be good to go.
You'll have stuff in its piles.
Yeah, the only thing, no, I'll have it mostly
You'll have it
loaded
in the truck.
Yeah, and the only thing I'll have to do Friday afternoon really is load the fridge.
Gotcha.
So that I can leave Saturday.
Gotcha. Are we gonna load? Are we gonna go to the store before we leave? We haven't talked about what each other needs to bring as far as food. You need to tell me if there's things I need to grab.
Yeah, I need
a fridge because I have a fridge. Fucking think everything in its all powers, but I've got a fridge and a battery for the. What is this? Is this the second time?
Yeah, the other battery didn't last.
I can't with. Well, the other battery wasn't strong enough for the fridge.
Oh, that's
so
right.
I never got to use it.
That's right.
It just wouldn't. It wouldn't keep it going, and it would. Anyway, it wasn't big enough.
I need you to stop and pick up some Japanese A5 Wagyu.
Nope.
Damn it.
Nope.
All right. I don't know. I honestly, I'm probably not going to go all out while we're on this little trek. I was thinking that I'd stop in Springfield and restock and then have some more food that I could spend more time cooking at camp with.
I mean, I'd plan on our lunches just being like sandwiches.
Yeah. I'm probably going to do
whatever.
Yeah. I was just going to bring
dinner. I was like, we might bring out the ramen noodles, get some SpaghettiOs going.
Dude, if you break out SpaghettiOs,
Vienna sausages.
The Vienna sausages, I ain't gonna lie, those are good stuff.
Some peanut butter and vanilla wafers.
Yeah, there'll be those.
Are you smoking anything?
Yeah, I'm smoking cream cheese, Cheez-Its, pretzels.
Yeah, Crystal's right. Don't
Crystal. Yeah, I know Crystal. As soon as you said that, it popped up, and I was like, "Oh man, dude, listen."
She is also one of my Patreon.
I haven't met her yet, and I can't wait to meet her and her husband. Hopefully, we'll meet them more.
They're both, and the daughter's the best.
Are they?
Because she brought me the sweet tart ropes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I don't know that I'm going to do a lot of heavy cooking this first part of it, but while we're in Springfield, I'll make us some more, substantial.
That's the thing. Okay, so the thing that's got me flustered in my head is. Now, I've worked really hard to become the cook that I am at camp. And I'm worried that when I go to Alaska, I'm not going to be able to cook like that because of the smell and the cleanup.
spend some time with other people up there, Michael, and just figure out
Because you know what I mean? Because
yeah, totally no. But I think you need to just take the guy that has the rental place that you've kind of made, good
Craig.
connections with. Spend some time with that guy, find out what they're doing, and then just
I mean,
mimic that.
it's and it's okay. So you want to know what's funny? So the Kenai Peninsula basically is probably like the size of Oklahoma. I mean, not really, but let's just say it covers a great. It's a big area. It's not
Right.
It's not interior Alaska, but it's a big area. So Sarah was like, probably about the size of Oklahoma. I was like, yeah, maybe. Do you know how many bears are in the Kenai Peninsula? She was telling me 200 to 300 bears in the peninsula, which I think there's more. I don't think she's being honest with me. There's 100,000 bears in Alaska. 100,000.
I don't know why everybody's so.
Did you know? This is where I'm going. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Because they've got me a little freaked out, but then again, I'm kind of like okay with it. Do you know how many black bear are in Oklahoma?
There's actually quite a bit down the southeast part.
Dude, I had no fucking idea.
I think somewhere I read there's a little over 400.
No. She looked it up last night. There's 2,500 black bear in Oklahoma, and they gain 6% of their population every year. They grow.
There's a growing population of approximately 1,300 black bears in the Ouachita Mountains of southeastern Oklahoma.
Alone!
I know, that's what I'm just saying. And then, holy cow.
And they're spread out from there.
So, I don't know, but here, listen, I'm not going to downplay this because here's what I'm going to tell you. I sat for a good week and watched grizzlies walk out of the mountain and down to the river, literally 200 yards from me, if not less. And not one of them ever even looked my way. And I cooked and, had the Opus sitting there and people it's just, I don't know. It's the mindset. I think I don't doubt that bears are that inquisitive and there were bear boxes where I was at to put your food in. And you'll find that in Alaska, there's going to be a lot of boxes in those campgrounds for you to put your food in. But I think it's imperative for you to keep your food locked up in your truck. And when I say locked up, I mean, like, you got to lock the doors because those jokers are smart.
They can open the door. Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, Cindy's in here. And Cindy says there's 24,000 in Wisconsin.
24,000.
So, don't worry. I just say surround yourself.
It's one of those things that I never even thought.
Yeah.
A small amount.
Here's something you really should worry about
I don't even think about it in Arkansas.
You know what I
know? There's a shit ton of fucking black bear in Arkansas.
Let me tell you something. I'm more worried about mountain lions, especially after I got stalked. That son of a bitch that stalked me that night put the fear in me. The bear didn't scare me. The bear scratching his back on the side of the camper didn't scare me. The fucking mountain lion
staring at you.
That
walking around staring at you from somewhere else.
That deep panting noise that they make and pacing and that I can't even replicate it. That freaked me out.
Yeah.
Cindy, you'll probably hit a moose with your truck before having trouble with a bear. That's probably factual, Cindy. I agree with you.
I've talked to a few people. I talked to Rob, lived there for 3 years. He's the storm crow.
Yeah.
He lived there for 3 years, and he said in that whole time he never saw a brown bear. And then there's a guy that I've talked to that lives close to where we're going to live, and he overlands. And I asked him, and he goes, in the camping areas, like in the real camping areas, never see them.
Yeah. I think that,
he said it's when you go, he said, when you really should worry about, not that you shouldn't keep an eye out, but when you really need to worry is when you're hiking, because you're going where most people don't.
Yeah. That's why people walk and go, hey, bear. Hey, bear.
Did she see what she did? Puma.
Yeah. Puma if pants. I saw a mountain lion, Cindy says, if I saw a mountain lion, I think I'd Puma my pants.
She probably should put a magazine together.
Yeah, she probably should.
And I think if she did put one together, what
It'd
would
be a
be
hit.
really cool is it would be awesome. It'd be, like she'd have one available online that you could look at, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then they'd also have a regular magazine that's going to be out at like the More Expo.
Yeah.
And probably name it Momentum.
The More Momentum.
Yeah. Something. Yeah. Like that.
Yeah.
So if you see one, then they put it together within now and when the More Expo is, and it was
it was Michael's idea. No,
and dude, I'm giving you credit on this one.
I think that I think you're gonna have a good time. I think you just get up there, surround yourself with people who already do what it is you enjoy doing, and learn from them, and you'll be fine. I mean, honestly, I'm telling you right now, I'd be more concerned about mountain lions because those are stalkers. You can't hear them.
Are there mountain? I don't think there's mountain.
Not up there. I don't think there is. No. But I'm just saying, if there's something,
the moose is a problem.
Yeah, and moose are
mean.
Are mean as shit.
I had a dream before we even found out that we were going. It was funny. I had a dream the week of Sarah telling me that we were going to, or she was going to apply to this job.
Yeah.
That a moose chased me through a town. And that I was just
trying to get coffee, and I was standing there getting my coffee, and all of a sudden the moose started chasing me.
Yeah, like I looked at it. Like I looked down the alley, like I'd come out of the bar or the whatever I was at. And I looked down the alley, and it was in the alley. And it's one of those towns where like there's only like 4 streets, and then that's it. Yeah. But I ended up finding a dumpster.
And diving in it.
And I jumped in that motherfucking dumpster. And he came and he pushed that dumpster around.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
But he couldn't get his head like that. I was safe enough.
Jeez, that's hilarious, man.
Of course, and then someone's gonna be like, "I'm motherfucking step in that dumpster, so don't do that."
Yeah, I mean, he could just walk right in there.
That's what he wants to do anyway.
Let me ask you this: legs. Have you ever seen one in the wild?
I've never seen one.
Okay,
in the wild.
You will, if you see one full bull moose, full rack and all that stuff, I think you're gonna take it. You're gonna stop breathing at least for a second and go, because I'm telling you, the first time I saw one, I couldn't speak, I couldn't move.
How big they are.
It's just that big, and I was like, yeah, holy fuck, they really are big.
Joe Rogan calls them the super animal. Like their meat is really, really deep red.
Oh my god, it's so
because
good.
It's full of blood, which is like a super athlete, like his muscles would be like all full of blood all the time, because it's because
well, you got to think the meat on most of your animals, like your deer and all that stuff, they're eating vegetation. I get that, but moose are eating a lot of that watercress type stuff and lilies, and just, I mean, I don't know how to describe it, but it is better than any venison, any bison.
They're putting the paprika in your meat already.
Yeah, I mean, it is good stuff. Even my little daughter loves it. Amelia loves that stuff. So yeah. Anyway,
we have something else. So yeah, we talked a little bit about moving.
What about you?
On myself.
Yeah, what about you?
I plan on having everything in piles Thursday.
I'm going to send you a picture Thursday so you know that I'm not bullshitting you.
I will probably go over the piles one more time Friday as I load it.
Okay, everybody listening,
and I may load it Thursday, except for the stuff in the trunk or in the bed of the truck.
What are some things we might forget? Y'all tell us.
Oh yeah. Lee's gonna forget stuff because he hasn't done this setup.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be weird shit.
It's inevitable because, like,
it's gonna be like not having bug spray, not having a cleaning towel, like a little wash rag for the dishes.
I got that, but I don't have one for me. So here's the question I was gonna ask. So we got Saturday.
A towel.
Yeah. Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, those 3 nights. Are any one of those nights shower nights for you? Should I bring the geyser? Is what I'm asking.
Bring the geyser because I want to try it out. But if I'm taking a shower outside, it's going to depend on the weather because oh, you're not getting a hotel.
But they got new showers. Cindy, they built new showers, didn't they? Cindy's in here. She's the one that's heading this.
Warm.
Heading all this up. But I think they built a whole new shower house.
Hey, you know what I think? I think we need some cold plunge buckets.
Cold plunge.
Make buckets. A list. You're totally correct.
Yes, Cindy. I am camping in a tent. I'm only camping in a tent at Moore because you invited me. Otherwise, I'd be at the damn hotel. But Cindy's like, "Oh, come camp with us here." And if I don't,
then you tell Adam?
Yeah, he's not going to make it. The flights are too bad. But if I don't, if Cindy invites you to camp with them and you don't camp with them, there's a chance you're going to get a little bit of a ridicule going on. I mean, they're going to call you some names.
Might write about you in the.
Yeah, that'd be my epic thing. Is that Lee's such a wuss that he wouldn't camp with us. He had to go to the hotel.
Yeah. So forget his 170 nights camping 2 years ago.
Yeah. So now the pressure was on after Cindy said, "Come camp with us up here at the." What did she call it?
Well, and Cindy, I plan, to be honest, I mean, I don't know what's going to be happening up in Storyteller Row, in the evenings. Like if people are going to leave, if there's some VIP parties that we're going to be going to possibly and that kind of stuff. But I plan on being down in the camping area quite a bit.
Read that.
Breaking news. Hotel Overland.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Hotel Verlanders.
Hotel Verlanders at Moore. That's funny.
Yes.
Cindy, you just started something. We need to have a hashtag. All right, Cindy, help us figure this out because you're the creative one.
This down. Keep that on the screen.
Well, it's going to be saved in the chat too. There, ding ding.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at it in the chat.
Oh God. So we need to come up with a hashtag Hotel Verlanders.
Hotel Verlanders.
Oh my God. We need to capitalize on this. So okay, here's the deal.
We need shirts. Jared, Cook, we need shirts.
So here's the
Cookie, where's my comb? We need some shirts.
Look what Jeremiah.
Cut your hair, you. Yeah, it is pretty bad.
Okay. Cindy says, I got 100, I got 1,000. But here's the thing, Cindy, this is what we ought to do. Anytime we find somebody at the expo, okay,
Cindy, hold on. Cindy, do you already have, if she really has memes, and this may be something she's done that we just haven't seen that's genius. I
need to see a couple
of
these.
Do you have stickers?
That would be funny.
If you have stickers, please bring the stickers.
See if I can get stickers made. Anyway, anytime we see somebody at the Moore Expo and we find out they're staying in a hotel, we got to make a post and we got to hashtag Hotel Verlanders.
Every car in the parking lot.
We need a sticker, then we could put it over there. What do they call that? Shover landing. Oh my God, the puns are killing me.
No, these are good today.
These are good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, all excited about that, dude.
You got all your shit.
That you and I get fired up about shit every once in a while. You said something to me earlier because I had seen the article, but I hadn't commented on. I hadn't even read it because I thought, when I first saw it, I thought, well, dilemma there.
So let's set the stage.
People are going after somebody on Facebook. Like my first thought were people were going after somebody on Facebook.
Right there. Hashtag poser landing. These are freaking great. All right, let's set the stage.
So basically what's gone on is somebody has posted by a gate. And I'm talking a gate like Lee was telling me about it, like a state park, national park gate, with the big one big long steel tube going over and the triangle down in the corner, like, what I mean. Sometimes they're painted yellow, sometimes they've got orange circles around them, whatever it may be. Well, this guy said, I knew this trail was open. He takes a picture, that and maybe even a couple more, or just that one of him holding the
There's our buddy.
What up? And so he says it's a trail that the map says is available.
Yep.
And the lock is not locked. He went ahead and opened up the gate and drove in. And did he close the gate behind him?
I think he did, yes. And then he found two people that were stuck.
But it's not what happened is without understanding the rules of whatever park he may have been in or whatever state he may have been in, people assumed that he was breaking the rules. Well, he wasn't, was he?
No, because according to him, and he and I had a little chat outside of it, because I posted a comment about keyboard warriors.
Sure you did.
Of course I did, because I'm an asshole. But he, basically he went through the gate because it was unlocked. It was not marked as closed. It was showing on the MVUM map as open. So there was no indication that he couldn't. Plus, in his area, it's not uncommon. And there was other people that posted the same thing.
How many times have we been on a trail and the trail's clearly marked, and it even says in the trail guidelines that there's gates that you'll have to open and close? Like you can go through them if you close them because they keep the cattle in.
I know, but here's where it takes the shitty turn, or at least I think it is. So everybody starts lashing out at this guy. Yeah. This is how you get trails closed. This is, you're supposed to adhere
assuming he's in the wrong.
Right. They assumed he's in the wrong. They didn't know the whole thing. And I mean, it just goes on, and you get these, you're supposed to adhere to the tread lightly principles. Well, here's what I got to say. Fuck tread lightly. I'm not a fan. Sorry. I believe in the principles.
Midland, we believe in the principles.
I believe in the principles wholeheartedly because I think that's common sense. But I don't need companies like them who have a 2-star rating as far as a not-for-profit organization, and they don't report all their earnings where they go, or who they pay. So
anyway, I'm not we're not tread lightly in it.
So everybody starts jumping on that whole bandwagon, and the problem with
griping to this kid, telling him he's in the wrong.
The problem is that none of them were there. And this goes on social media all the time. And I know everybody that's breathing, listening, or watching this is guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. Michael, I guarantee, is guilty of it. We've all made the assumption, and somehow or another, we got to stop, because all you do is just piss people off, and you start to divide. Now you get this whole group going. There's 80 plus comments in there. And I mean, there's some in there. I mean, probably if they haven't already taken them down, they should have taken them down, because they were pretty,
well, and I love how in the comments, and this is something that a lot of people do, and I've done before, is that I'll have my thought and I'll type it without looking at all the other comments, because my thought's probably already been said and probably answered.
Right.
And that was true in this, because thoughts happened.
Yep.
And he even said, oh, no, wait a minute.
He had to go back and clarify.
Yeah, I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Yeah, but everybody jumped on him. It was like a pack of dogs, and you had the one weak one in there, and everybody wanted to jump on him. Shit's getting frustrating. You can't say anything or post a picture. Look, here's another one. Stacking rocks. Big fucking deal, people. It's not that big a deal. Stack a couple of rocks up, and when the water comes back down the river, guess what? It's going to knock them all down. It's going to rearrange every rock into place. And besides, the Native Americans used it to mark trails or food stashes and springs. They use rocks stacked to do that stuff. So shut the hell up.
It's also why you play dead for a grizzly. Not that they're going to stack rocks on you, but they're going to move branches and trees out of their way to cover you up so they can come eat you later.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway,
bear pro tip.
Bear pro tip. So anyway, yeah. So try just,
get the full story.
Get the full story before you go jumping down some guy's throat or gal's throat because they're, you see a picture.
It probably here's where we at. How much of a difference do you think it would have changed if he had said, "Hey, I knew this gate was open per the rules and whatever of the area that I'm at. I also know that I can open this gate and travel through." Now, he
Right.
didn't have to say it that,
Right. He
but I
didn't
mean,
articulate that.
he didn't say that. So I would also kind of argue on the side of the other side or whatever is that he didn't help himself out.
No,
He
I think
posted a picture and maybe, I mean, you talked to the guy, I haven't talked to the guy, and I don't know. This probably did not happen, but I would be worried that he'd be like,
well,
people
here's
people will talk about this, and I know I'm in the right.
yeah,
Now he set people up.
I think you may be right there because here's what he said. Well, this doesn't happen very often. Found this closed, but on a whim, checked the lock and it wasn't, or it was pretend lock. So I went through. Even more fun when my taco breezed through the mud patch that had gotten two full size Ford trucks stuck. And it's a picture of the gate open. And that's where everything took a turn is everybody assumed that. But what they didn't know was the MVUM said it was open. It wasn't locked and it wasn't marked closed. And when the Forest Service usually closes one of these, they close the gate and they'll put a sign up. Or in this case, they could have just locked the lock. Now,
Now, what sucks is those of us that, because where was this at?
this was in, I think New Mexico is where he told me was at.
Okay, so in Arkansas, unfortunately, they'll close down trails and not put a sign up
You,
at all.
right, because every state, their Forest Service department is a little different on how they, and primarily because the number of people they have, which are always short staffed, which sucks. And two, the terrain, and one thing or another. So if it would have been closed, I think it would have been locked, and I think it would have had a sign. So
Yeah, and
anyway,
hopefully it wouldn't have been on the map.
and I know everybody's going to go, Lee, why do you get so upset about that stuff? Because I get sick and tired of just people being completely condescending jerks.
And guys out there, this isn't the first post Lee's seen that's made him upset. So it's not. He gets upset at posts a lot. It just takes a lot for him to actually say something about it.
I know it's not a tread lightly thing, but damn it, I just cannot stand that whole thought of that organization. Again, just for clarification,
I think it's something that's too easily a scapegoat for everything.
It's a place for people the few people that run it. I feel, it's my personal opinion, worth what you paid for it. They preach things to everyday people like us that are out on the trails and adventure people, things that we already should know. That if we had the proper upbringing and that we had common sense, which unfortunately in today's society, there's a lot of that people lack. But the common sense thing is don't cut down the trees. Don't go trekking off the trail and
I will say
blazing new
this
things.
though, they do put the information out there for free. So it's not like you have to pay to know what the rules are to get their little book that says it.
Right.
The money goes to help keep trails open, but that's the concern is how much is that helping?
Here's the thing.
How much money is going towards it?
When your organization only gets a 2-star rating from the top watchdog of all of your not-for-profits, and you see everything that you look at, because personally speaking, I like to donate to companies, not-for-profits, but I always want to do research. And truthfully, I was going to donate money to them in the beginning, and then I did the research and I'm like, nah. So that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother show if you want to make it that. But everybody starts preaching, well, the tread lightly principles. Yeah, I think most everybody knows those. Stop just spewing it. Just use your common sense, man. Seriously, think about it.
Yeah, it's like 10 Commandments in the Bible stuff. It's just stuff that they're common sense things that, be nice to people, clean your trash, don't leave your trash sitting around.
Exactly. Don't crap on top of the ground and leave your poop and think about some of the places that we
don't leave a fire smoldering.
Don't leave this fire smoldering, You know,
I don't even know if these are the things in Tread Lightly, but these are the common sense things.
These are common sense things.
And
that's the problem,
and,
though.
Yeah, and a long time ago, I used to get you fired up about Tread Lightly a lot. I'm sorry. But yeah, so posts like that, we just, there's usually another side to the story, or is it even put out there the way that it should be? Like the guy could have said, "Hey, look, I didn't do anything wrong," but does he need to? I'm under the side that he doesn't need to, because people should kind of mind their own business. But if they want to talk to him and say, "Hey, look, I think you did something wrong," send him a message.
Yeah. Just send him a
Don't
message.
blast him on social media. Send him a message. But in the same way, Lee and I will be the first to blast somebody before sending a message. So we do it, but we do it in defense of the person blasted, right? It's our superhero power.
Yeah. Yeah. I hate to see somebody get picked on Facebook by a keyboard warrior. So I usually take the keyboard warrior and I lock in on them, the crosshairs, and I go after them. And it's a terrible, childish thing to do. I fully admit it. It's just, it's wasted energy. It really and truly is wasted energy. But I hate to see people get treated like shit because they're doing something that they enjoy and they really didn't break any rules, or at least on the surface. And yes, Cindy, I would agree with you. There are many people that don't even know one commandment. I totally, I totally agree. But when it comes to this, running your trails and things like that, I just think that it gets too carried away. And I know there's other content creators out there that have had this subject and they've talked about it, and unfortunately, I'm just not the guy that sugarcoats it. I just let it rip. And as far as I'm concerned, that's the way it is.
Some people are feeling like dad just slapped mom at the table. Because those are things that we're not supposed to talk bad about. Like we're held to like as overlanders, like that's just one of those things where you would agree with me, and that's part of what needs to probably change, is that a lot of people would be like, we can't talk bad about something that's doing good, but you've researched it, and is their money going where they say it's going?
Right. Everybody has a view. Look, I'm not saying that Tread Lightly is the Antichrist. I'm just saying that I don't like what they do because they're not transparent. And I think as a 501c not for profit, if you're paying your people on the board 6 figures, I think you're doing it wrong. I'm sorry, you may not agree with me, but when you pay some guy to sit behind a desk and take donations from everybody, and then anyway, that's how I feel. Cindy's right on mark here. Social media lets jerks get away with being jerks because it takes away the consequences of a throat punch. Cindy, I totally agree, because I think that half the shit that's said on the internet, on social media, wouldn't be said if you were face to face with somebody, because they fear the consequences. And when they do it on social media, they don't have that fear, other than just maybe somebody saying something to them. And you're like spot on. So anyway.
Yeah, this is why we did this at the end of the show.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about more the camping and all this stuff, and then Michael brings it up towards the end of the show. Facebook is ruthless, and Cindy's that message Cindy just posted is, I mean, that's like the foundation of it. People just are ruthless on Facebook because they know they don't have any consequences. See, hey, Olivia says, I spy a Midland shirt.
That's right.
I bought a Midland glass. Oh,
right. We got our drinky drinks. Yep, definitely. So moving beyond that, because we're at we're at our hour, aren't we?
Yeah.
Right on the nose.
Now that I've bashed all the not-for-profits.
Yeah. Careful. And
not all of them.
Midland just, they got a partnership with them. So
I know. Hey, look,
we like what they're doing. There's issues there. Lee has with the organization. I had issues for a long time because I was like, well, Okay, I live in Oklahoma. You're not helping Oklahoma. And we had a trail close, the K Trail, the west side of it closed.
Yeah.
And nobody was here to help that stuff. I love this cup too. Yes, it keeps. This is the best keeping stuff cold cup I've ever had.
Cindy's on afterwards.
Okay.
Because we're gonna have stories. Oh, I can guarantee you there's gonna be some stories.
Oh, we got things going on. So, Cindy, are we doing cars and cars? Are we doing rigs and coffee on Saturday, 9 a.m.
What?
Camping area?
Really? That would be fun.
We're gonna do. We talked about doing a rigs and coffee at the More Expo Saturday morning, 9 a.m. in the camping area.
That's a great idea, you guys.
Yes. Okay. Cool. All right, we're doing it.
Woo!
So and as far as rigs and coffee, I'm leaving. I'm leaving the state. I am. I hope he's still in here. I am going to not be able to make it to Rigs and Coffee OKC anymore. It's just not logistically going to happen anymore, unless I'm back for some weird thing. So, Rob with Storm Crow Overlanding is going to take over doing what I was doing, which is really simple. All I was doing was sharing it on social media and making sure the event was available for people to see.
Does Rob know this?
Yeah. Yeah, he said, yeah.
I thought it was one of those deals where it was like,
I'm appointing him.
I'm delegating you, bitch.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it.
No, we talked about it, and he was like, give me a few days to think about it. And so I think it was the next day he was like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this. And so we're going to, like, he was there, got to meet some of the owners of the camper place, You Can Camp, met Daniel with Scars and Stripes coffee. And so, next month it'll be my last one. So if you're in the area, it'll be my going away kind of party.
Oh yeah.
Because that'll be the last second Saturday that I'll be in Oklahoma. Crazy, dude. So anyway, we may camp after that. I don't know. Depends on how much shit I gotta do. Dude, we got to get this house ready. Like, there's things that have to happen.
I'm super excited.
So, yeah, and then I don't know when we have to ship the vehicles. I think it's about 2 weeks before they're supposed to be there. But we'll get a better idea when we get closer to that. So
I'm happy for you. And for those of you that came in the second half, Michael is on his way to Alaska soon.
Yep.
Because he's moving there. And he has invited all of us to come up and camp with him.
All at the same time.
Not stay at his house.
Camp with me. All you guys can go. We'll go camp all at the same time. Do you know that you can camp? Anyway, I won't get into that.
Cindy, I'm going in 24 as well.
Okay.
So I think it sounds like we need to put a big crew.
I've talked to a few people that it's weird. The reason why I was like saying that about people, it's weird how many people I have found out within the next year to year and a half are planning, like this summer or next summer, are planning their Alaska trip. Like that they have been planning it for a year or more. Yeah, definitely.
Cindy says convoy. I like it.
We got ourselves a convoy. Such a good movie. Hey, and another thing, if you guys like, I got a lot of stuff to do to the truck before I leave, but there's a way that you can help me out and you get a little something out of it too. I'm going to be selling some paintings that I've done at the More Expo at the Overland radio booth. I'm going to have prints for sale and I'm going to have originals. And
I know I got to pick one up.
The prints are going to be $20 each. And this is going to be probably a special price because I will start a storefront within the next couple months to where these will be available in the storefront. But the prices are probably going to be a little bit more. And then the originals are going to start at $75. I have some originals that are going to be a little bit more than that, just because I like them better. And
I think your
the way it is.
I think your stuff looks great. Hang on, sorry. Keep talking about your. Hold on, I gotta
You
share
just
it.
went quiet for a second. So yeah, and I'm going to do a commissioned. Like if you would like me to, yeah, there's some of them.
There you are.
If
There's
you
some
would
of 'em.
like me to try a stab at painting your vehicle in, whatever setting it may be, like it's your favorite place, then let me know. I've done it for a couple people, and that's something kind of fun, and it's personalized for your vehicle, and you get the original on that for sure. So yeah, and that's probably going to be, I don't know, I'm thinking probably that's about $150 thing, but that may include the shipping with it.
Chad at Overland Addict says he owns a Michael Hayden original. Which one does he have?
He Chad, you don't have the original. You have a print.
Chad, you got gypped, dude.
Yeah, he got a print.
You got gypped.
You know what? But I wouldn't be upset for switching out the original for him to have.
Oh, look at him. He's like, what?
Yeah, look at him. Yeah, we talked. You were like, yeah, send me a print. So I sent you a print. But I'll have the original of that one with me. And I had planned on actually, he's such a jerk because and maybe he didn't know it, but I planned on giving him the original anyway.
At more.
Ah,
that's funny.
So now that he has said that, well, cat's out of the bag. He's getting the original, and it's my favorite one.
Which one is it?
It's the looking up into the trees.
Oh yeah, I do.
Where
like
it feels like you're laying on your back.
Yeah,
it's my favorite one that I've done.
Yeah,
and that was early on.
Yeah, so, I think I'm gonna have to buy the O-Arc one if you still have it.
It's still available, and I'm doing. Oh, so when we, yeah, buddy, of course. When we, Chad said thanks. That's for you guys listening on the podcast. Where was I going with this?
Shit, I don't know, man. I was thinking you were wrapping it up about 10 minutes ago.
Well, I meant to wrap it up just now, but I was going to say a story. There was something going on.
Oh man,
damn. Oh no, right. I know what it was. So, Chris Holloway has asked me to paint a picture for him, and I'm going to give it to him at the opening of the More Expo here on the show. So we're going to break live during the show. We didn't talk about this. We're going to break live during the show at different times. We're also going to record a lot of things that we'll post. Hopefully while we're at the show, we'll get some of them posted and some of them will come out later. But we don't want to just bombard the whole weekend with 40, 50, bing, bing, bing. So we're going to go live a couple times where we're going to record a couple of the interviews that we have, and we'll put those together and play those, in the next day or two, or maybe a week or so.
Aren't we doing the announcement for the big?
Yes.
Deal. And whatever.
Waypoint.
Yes. Thank you, man. I drew a blank.
I saw you sweating. You're like, oh crap.
Shit.
So yeah, we're announcing the winner for the big trip. The big trip that's going to go to all of the expos. I think it's all of them, isn't it? You're going to be in a Tacoma pulling the turtleback trailer, I think is what it is. And you've got a bunch of gear that you're going to get. And it's like a 3-month thing.
I don't know, but it's a pretty neat deal. So,
and we're going to check in with them on their route.
Yeah. We're going to have check-in times. So we'll do some shows with them along the way, which will be fun, I think. Yeah. To hear how their experience is.
I already heard who the winner is.
Did you really?
Uh-huh.
Well, you can't tell.
Wasn't me.
Well, I didn't even.
Wasn't me. So you know what? Screw that. I'm going to Alaska.
I didn't even try. So
right on. I just threw. It was.
That's Overlanding.
Overlanding.
Hotel Verlanding. Hotelver Landing, Shover Landing, Poser Landing. Damn, the hashtags are going to be great. We got to start this. All right, let's call it a night. Thanks to all our sponsors. Thank you, Chad from the Overland Addict, the guys at the Overland Essentials, Olivia
Rugged
and all
Bound.
Olivia
at Midland.
Olivia and all her posse at Midland for all that they do.
Mitty. Little Mitty. Can't wait to meet little Mitty.
Little Mitty. What did we say we should name him?
Mitty.
No, there was another.
Midland.
Yeah,
Walter
Midland.
Mitty. Walter Midley.
Yeah, Walter Midland. Anyway, damn, it got me all straight. And so Theo Rugged Bound, the Overland Essentials, and of course Olivia and her whole gang will be doing some stuff at their booth at More, and we're super excited about that. Thank you for all y'all do.
At the More Expo, we're always looking to add more sponsors to our growing empire.
Anytime.
That's right. And this is the time to get it while it's hot.
Travel safe.
All right,
we'll see you there
on. I don't remember if you're going to be there Wednesday or Thursday. I think it's going to be the Thursday.
Just come find us.
Yeah. So before we explode, because we're about to explode, this is about to get crazy.
I'm waiting
I'm just saying. Oh, okay. So I didn't. The first part. Sponsors need to get with us before we get crazy expensive.
Oh yeah. Listen to Michael,
because it's about to get crazy expensive in the next year and a half.
I got a couple things.
I predict a times 8.
I got a couple things in the works that yeah. Hopefully this is gonna.
It's gonna be so weird being able to go. You know what? I can just go down
right down there. Yeah. Exactly.
Or even just go out. I'm just really just even go out in my front yard and be like,
yeah, I'm just ready to get my truck done so I can take off and go camp like I normally do.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to do. I think I'm bringing a trailer home from Open Range and I'm going to finish building it for Brad. And then, dude, I'm doing Ducks Unlimited this year. I'm doing Trout Unlimited this year. I'm doing all the yeah. I'm doing all the expos this year. So
I need salmon fishing gear.
All right, well, let's work on that. I really don't know what they use up there. I mean, if you were fly fishing,
I watched the video already.
Yeah, okay. So you've been to YouTube University. All right, everybody.
9.5 to 10 foot pole. If you're gonna float. Anyway, yeah, I'm learning. Everybody, thank you so much for being a part of this and hanging out with us. And
we love you all.
We hope to see you at the More Expo if you're going to be there. Make sure that you come say hi. We'll be in the booth and we'll be walking around. So even if we're walking around, just grab us and say, "You guys are idiots."
Hey, and we'll by the way,
exactly what you're talking about.
You want to know what our booth number is?
Number 1.
Number 1, baby.
Number 1.
And to Jeremiah, I'm not cutting my hair. Sorry.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much. Love you guys. Thanks for pushing all the buttons, Lee. Thank you guys out there for sharing. We keep growing, so you guys are amazing. Whatever you do, make sure that you go to the More Expo.
Right on.